As footballers reach their potential and take their talent to absolute world-class stage, business and money come into role. Some players sway away, whereas some use their art of avoidance to be with the same club. This is where loyalty comes alive, and the sole objective of loyal players are realized. Modern football has seen many big players from David Beckham to Cristiano Ronaldo being swayed away for status and money, but there are some legendary figures who simply play for the badge and are remembered by the jersey number and name on behind. In this video, we are gonna talk about 10 players who defined loyalty. But before starting, let me remind you to please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for regular notifications. Number 1. Ryan Giggs. The Welshman is simply the footballer that practically coined the term loyalty. Sure, there were other players who were loyal before him or played more years at their club, but he just defined the term. Giggs could play multiple positions and was fast, had a great balance with a lot of stamina. His passing was excellent, as was his crossing. He just conveyed the never-give-up attitude like no other. He was the first player in history to win 2 consecutive PFA Young Player of the Year awards, and that's his most minuscule achievement. Giggs won 13 Premier League titles with Manchester United. Not even another team has won as many in the PL era, and only Liverpool has won more if the English league as it started from the late 1800s is counted. He has also won 2 Champions Leagues and 4 FA Cups. He is one of the very few players to have won the European treble. In fact, only 8 teams have won the European treble, and the Man United squad of 1998-99 is one of them. Last but not least, he is one of only 28 players to have amassed 1,000+ matches. He played 963 matches for the Red Devils and is one of the most decorated players of all time with 34 trophies. A legend through and through who exemplifies loyalty. Number 2. Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard is definitely Liverpool's most iconic, probably best, player in the Premier League era. He made the number 8 jersey iconic. He is simply one of the greatest players to ever grace England, naturally meaning he's also one of the best midfielders. Whether it was shooting or passing from long distance, or fantastic set pieces or some world-class displays of ball control and concentration, Gerrard was the man who had it in abundance. It's really no surprise that he had more than 100 caps for England. He was one of the goalscorers in Liverpool's 3-3 comeback against AC Milan in 2005. They eventually won the final in a match that went down as one of the greatest in history. Despite not winning the league, Steven Gerrard is simply seen as one of those players who personify the gold standard of football, especially in the central midfield. The Englishman was simply just that good. Number 3. Alessandro Del Piero. Del Piero was one of the most prolific goalscorers of his generation. Not to mention, he won almost every trophy under the sun, including 6 Serie A's, 1 Champions League trophy and the most coveted Football World Cup. The technical and free-kick wizard ranks second among Italy's all-time goalscorers. With Juventus, he played 705 matches, scoring 290 goals. Most importantly, he was there to see Juventus through their rough times. When the old lady was relegated in 2006-07, a lot of big players left in the aftermath, but he, among others, stayed and brought the Italian champions back to the top. What is of particular joy was that he stayed long enough to see Juventus through to their first ever Serie A win since the relegation. Overall, Del Piero is a bona fide legend, and Juventus has yet to lose Serie A title since they won with him in 2011-12. Number 4. John Terry. John Terry was one of the men that was responsible for Chelsea rising to their elite status as a football club, aside from being possibly the best defender to ever play in the Premier League. The level of commitment he showed on the pitch, whether it was through aggressive tackling and blocks or just plain red of the game, was simply in a class of its own. He is one of 5 players to have made over 500 appearances for Chelsea and is the club's all-time top-scoring defender. He is their most successful captain as well and simply worked wonders with Jose Mourinho as a coach. As a captain, he led the London club to 5 Premier League titles, 1 Europa League and their only Champions League. Very few players can boast such achievements. In total, he played 717 matches for Chelsea and with Lampard, is surely their most recognizable player. Number 5, Javier Zanetti. For almost 20 years, Argentine defender and midfielder Javier Zanetti was an integral part of the Inter Milan squad. Since his introduction to the San Siro back in 1995, Zanetti has achieved legendary status among the fans. He is most notable for his versatility and adaptability to change positions at the drop of a hat. Meanwhile, he was involved in the prestigious treble which Inter won under José Mourinho in 2010. At nearly 40 years of age, Zanetti eventually called it a day in the blue and black stripes, but has been part of more than 700 games for the club. His legacy includes being one of the all-time record appearance holders for Inter behind Giuseppe Bergomi. Number 6, Mathieu Le Tissier. Mathieu Le Tissier is unique on this list as he was born on the Channel Island of Guernsey and began his senior career before the Premier League kicked off in 1992-93. He joined Southampton as a youth player in 1985 and began his senior career a year later. He stayed on the South Coast until 2002, scoring 209 goals in 540 games. Incredibly, his talents were basically ignored by England and he played just 8 times for the senior team. Le Tissier was one of the best goalscorers of his generation, but refused to leave for one of the bigger clubs. Southampton fans were impressed by his loyalty, and he was soon known as Le God. He's second all-time on the club's scoring list and was the first Premier League midfielder to reach 100 goals. One of his specialties was taking penalties and he missed just once in 48 spot kicks. Number 7, Carles Puyol. Former Barcelona defender Carles Puyol is again testament to undeniable faith. He certainly merits being in the list thanks to his loyal service to FC Barcelona. His incredible versatility has seen him adapt to numerous positions along the back four. One of the most recognizable players, his Samson-like locks ensured he was a real menace whilst on the field of play. His tough no-nonsense tackling made Puyol a firm favorite at the Camp Nou. Since he signed for the Catalan club at just 17, Puyol has won the lot at Barcelona including La Liga and a handful of UEFA Champions League trophies. Unfortunately due to injury, Puyol eventually called it a day and hung up his boots on 15 May 2014 after a 15-year career at Barcelona. Number 8, Paul Scholes. Scholes joined Manchester United as an apprentice in 1991 before turning professional 2 years later and played a key part in United's treble-winning season of '99. Scholes was considered to be one of the best midfielders and arguably one of the most gifted players in the world during his prime and has scored more than 150 times with over 700 games for United. Throughout his career spanning 20 years he has been the creative genius in the midfield for Sir Alex's all-conquering United side. Scholes could control a game from start to finish and his pinpoint passing earned him the nickname of Sat Nav. He even came out of retirement when United were in a midfield pickle. With impeccable timing of the highest order, Scholes had the ability to get into the box at the right time. Whilst under the tutelage of Sir Alex Ferguson, Scholes captured a myriad of trophies. This included the 11 Premier League and 2 Champions League. Number 9, Paolo Maldini. Paolo Maldini is regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. He is also one of the most decorated. He turned Milan into a hotbed for great football. Maldini played both left back and central defender because he was great at tackling, reading, athleticism and general technicality. The fact that he was great with both feet just made him play even better at multiple positions. It is a miracle that he never won the Ballon d'Or. The list of amazing things just doesn't end when it comes to Maldini. He played till 41 for AC Milan, which is just unthinkable. The Italian won 25 trophies in the AC Milan jersey, including a staggering 5 Champions League trophies. He also won 8 Serie A titles and 2 Intercontinental Cups. Maldini played a gargantuan 902 games for AC Milan, and his status as an all-time great is unimpeachable. Number 10, Francesco Totti. As modern football becomes ever more focused on great players being defined by how many trophies they have won, one man named Francesco Totti bucks the trend. His trophy cabinet may look a little bare, but few can match the influence and importance of Totti on the Italian and the global game. The World Cup winner is not only one of the greatest Italian attackers, but one of their greatest players in general. He led Roma to their first Serie A win since 1982-83 in 2001 with 13 goals and was the Serie A Italian Footballer of the Year. He is the club's all-time top scorer as well, their most capped player with 307 goals in 786 matches. Goal scoring was one of his many qualities, along with amazing ball control and vision, a true gem of a football player. For Totti, football has never solely been about the medals. He has become a symbol of loyalty, sacrificing much greater shots at glory to serve Roma through their most turbulent spells. That's it for today. There are a number of other players like Xavi, Iniesta etc. that could have been included in this list. But we can only name 10 players here. If you enjoy the video, please click on the like button and make sure you subscribe to get more such videos. Thank you for watching.